Israel-Iran War News Live Update. Hamas to continue Gaza ceasefire negotiations in Cairo with good mood. Israel-Hamas War Live Updates. Israel has offered Hamas 1 week to accept the hostage arrangement or unleash its long-promised offensive in Gaza's southernmost city of Rafah. The Turkish Commerce Ministry said it suspended shipments and imports to and from Israel on Thursday due to worsening humanitarian crisis in the Palestinian territories. Export and import transactions relating to Israel have been blocked, covering all products, the Turkish Commerce Ministry said. Turkey will strictly and decisively execute these new sanctions until the Israeli government enables an uninterrupted and significant humanitarian aid flow to Gaza, he said. Turkish critics of Israel stated last month that they will immediately limit exports of 54 products to Israel. They include aluminum, steel, construction materials, and chemical fertilizers. Israel's Foreign Minister Israel Katz wrote on X that Erdogan is breaching agreements by barring ports for Israeli goods and trade. After Israeli settlers attacked and Palestinian terrorists diverted a Jordanian aid cargo for Gaza civilians, the U.S. urged Israel and Hamas to prevent humanitarian disruption. Blinken claims Israeli Rafah attack would cause beyond what's acceptable destruction. On Friday, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken warned against a big Israeli assault on Rafah, saying Israel has not provided a civilian protection strategy. Absent such a plan, we can't support a significant military operation going into Rafah because the damage would be unacceptable, Blinken told the McCain Institute's Sedona Forum in Arizona. Hamas' sole thing standing between the people of Gaza and a ceasefire, Blinken. As the militants prepared to send a delegation back to Cairo on Saturday for talks, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken claimed Hamas was the primary obstacle to a Gaza ceasefire. We wait to see whether, in effect, they can take yes for an answer on the ceasefire and hostage release, Blinken said late Friday at the McCain Institute's Sedona Forum in Arizona. Hamas is the only thing between Gazans and a ceasefire. Rafah attack may lead to a bloodbath, WHO chief. The World Health Organization warned Friday that an Israeli military entry into Gaza's southern city of Rafah might cause a bloodbath and announced contingency plans. Benjamin Netanyahu has threatened to defeat Hamas's surviving forces in Rafah, where most Gazans have fled after 7 months of violence. WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus warned of catastrophic consequences for the 1.2 million Rafah refugees. 86 House Democrats write Biden about Israel limiting Gaza supplies. Scores of Democratic congressmen warn U.S. President Joe Biden they feel Israel has broken U.S. law by blocking humanitarian help into Gaza during the Hamas war, according to Times of Israel. 86 House Democrats wrote to Biden that Israel's aid restrictions call into question its assurances that it's complying with a U.S. Foreign Assistance Act provision requiring recipients of U.S.-funded arms to uphold international humanitarian law and allow free flows of U.S. assistance. Hamas announced its delegation will return to Cairo on Saturday to restart Gaza ceasefire talks in a positive attitude to end over 7 months of war with Israel. Israeli PM accused by Hamas leader of seeking to sabotage Gaza truce. Friday, a top Hamas official accused Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of trying to undermine a Gaza peace and hostage release deal by threatening to keep battling the Palestinian militant group. Erdogan hopes Turkey's trade maneuver will force Israel to a Gaza truce, AFP writes. Despite mediators' confidence, Israel has not heard Hamas back down from maximalist demands, official. A top Israeli official downplays hostage deal hopes. Even though the mediators are speaking optimistically, Israel has yet to hear that Hamas has decided to recede from its maximalist positions, the senior official told the Times of Israel.